What's going on, everybody? It's a beautiful day. It's a little overcast, but that's alright. It'll burn off in a little bit. It's supposed to be a nice day today. Anyhow, we're about to run to the gym. We're about to go get our pump on, and then we're gonna go check some mail. So let's go. Get a little cold start going right quick. You know, you gotta hit a cold start. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. As you can probably tell, this is my 2020 ZX10. Just picked her up Friday, 2 days ago. And I traded in my Harley for it. I couldn't do the Harley thing anymore. So I picked this bad boy up. And I love it. I love riding this thing way more than I do that Harley. So let's do that. Let's go get ourselves to the gym. All right, let's go. It's a little chilly this morning, 60 degrees, but that's all right. So I just picked her up yesterday, so still gotta do the stuff and things to make her mine. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, obviously, as you can see, she's got an exhaust, got an M4 shorty on it. Most likely, from what I can tell, it's got the stock header on it. So I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I haven't been on a sport bike in a minute. But you always hear those people talk about some, oh, well, you shouldn't be, you know, your first bike shouldn't be a 1000cc bike. And for a rider that's never ridden, I tend to agree with that. However, for those that don't know me, I started out on a 600. The Gixxer 600 was my first street bike. I rode on many dirt bikes and stuff like that growing up. And had plenty of dirt bikes growing up, dual purpose bikes, all those sorts of things. And then when I got in the Army, I decided, or actually when I went active duty Army, I finally decided to get my first street bike. Now, I've ridden on street legal bikes before, but they were like dual purpose bikes, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like basically still dirt bikes. Anyhow, I got my first dirt bike. It was I think it was a 2000 Gixxer 600. That thing was a piece of crap. I'm telling you, that thing was garbage. But at the same time, I didn't know then what I know now as far as like motorcycle maintenance, how to work on stuff and stuff like that. Like, I've always been a mechanic my whole life, but it is what it is. You live, you learn. Anyhow, was my first bike. It was a ZX14r. It was a great bike. I learned a lot on it. I learned how to ride a sport bike. In my opinion, you can take a lot that you learn off of a dirt bike. Not everything, but a lot that you learn on a dirt bike, and it somewhat translates. Somewhat. Y'all don't beat me up in the comments too much, because well, I mean that's where I got my start, dirt bikes. Anyway, moving forward. Later on, I got rid of the ZX14r and picked up I believe it was a 2003 R6, and I rode that for a good while. And I learned even more on that bike. With that bike, with that bike, I learned that I learned a lot more about riding, because it was a much better bike. It ran better, because like the 600 that I had, man, that thing was garbage. That thing was hot garbage. The biggest problem I had with that one is the car. Like, I didn't know a lot about small carburetors, and those. Now that I know more, I know that the biggest issue with those was the floats. The floats were leaking down into the cylinders. I was lucky that fucking thing. I was lucky that thing didn't blow up on me, because a lot of that gas that was leaking down into the cylinders, it leaked down in there when it was just sitting there. So obviously went past the piston rings and all that good stuff, got into the case. So anyway, that was my death trap. ZX14r. Nope. Anyway, I got the R6. R6 was also carbureted, but like I said, back then I didn't know nothing. So anyhow, got rid of the R6, because the R6 is the bike that I learned how to, you know, corner and all that other stuff on a sport bike. So, and then after the R6, I went a period of time without a bike, and a lot of it had to do, well, most of it had to do from a divorce. And then I went back to Afghanistan, and then I got out the army, and then I decided to get on a bike again. Well, when I got back on the bike, I was talked into getting a cruiser, Harley. Well, originally it was a Honda. It was a Honda Shadow 1100. That thing was a piece of crap too. That bike is the one that made me decide I will never buy another bike with a carburetor on it ever again. I get that a lot of people think and have that you can't replace the carburetor sound, so on and so on, and I agree, it sounds different and it sounds good, but they are an absolute menace to try to tune. So I got rid of that and traded it in on a Harley, which I got a confusing trade-in for it. And I got a really confusing trade-in for it. So I traded it in, got the Harley, had a Road King for a while. I tried to do my intro video. Like, my first video was supposed to be me taking the Harley to the dealership, trading it in, and doing like a little surprise video revealing this, but that didn't work out. Had some audio issues, y'all wouldn't have never been able to hear me say nothing. So here we are. Anyhow, as you can see, I am quickly getting comfortable on this. I want to see something real quick. Nope. I thought there was like a little... Oh, there is. What? Alright, it's not gonna work though. Alright, so now that I'm done doing circles around the parking lot, I'm gonna park this thing. And I'm gonna get in here, hit this gym up, and I will holler at y'all when I get it done. Alright, so back to where I left off. I traded in the Road King. I got this. I was supposed to make a video about the whole thing, but something was jacked up with the audio. I'm still trying to figure out what that is, and to be 100% honest, if you see this video, that means the audio worked in this one. So we shall see. This bike right here, I was stuck between this bike and R1S, and I wholeheartedly am 100% extremely happy with getting this bike. I think it's got a ton of power from down low to mid. I haven't been high yet, so I'm pretty sure and I can feel it. It peels. The more I put into it, the harder it pulls. So I just know the upper end of this thing's got a ton of power too. So there's absolutely no doubt in my mind this thing's just gonna pull and pull and pull until it just runs out of RPM. So I know that this video is probably gonna be a little long for a first video, but I mean, this is my first video, you know what I'm saying? It's my first video. I'm trying to let y'all get to know me just a little bit. Oh, for those of y'all that want to know, I mentioned that I was in the military, which I was in the Army for 16 years, a good long time, and then got out. Yes, I didn't retire. It is what it is. I got caught up. For those of you that know what it is, I got caught up in the RCP thing. Points for mechanics were like super high. I couldn't get my, it wasn't in the books for me. I accepted that. It is what it is. Not only that, at the time, when I, like about 2-3 years before I got out, my health was kind of going down for some reason. I don't know why. But my health, like I said, my health was going weird. Like I couldn't run for nothing. I couldn't. It's like I couldn't hardly do anything without getting like gassed, or just my muscles, my just like everything about me just felt like it was just going downhill, like in a bad way. And then I got out of the Army. Turns out I'm diabetic. I feel like that the whole time that's what it was. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel very confident that that's what it was. But I'm getting better at that kickstand. The Harley kickstand sits so far forward, it's a pain. Well, this one, because everything's so much smaller, it's a pain to get to. And yes, for those of y'all that would like to know, I have a P.O. box. You'll see the P.O. box in the description, so if you want to send me something, by all means, the address will be in the description. So just obviously don't send me no weird stuff. Still getting mail from the previous owner. Nothing today. That's all right. I don't know if this is where we're supposed to throw stuff, but that's where I keep throwing it. Cool, cool. I don't know you. Why ain't we starting? Oh, it's still in gear. I don't like random dogs. I've been bit by random dogs before. That's never fun. He looks like he's just gonna stick right there. Kickstand. All right. Let's get out of here. Look like old dog just come over to investigate my bike because he never seen it before. But yeah, the closest place I could get for a P.O. box was like way out in the sticks, so it is what it is. The one, not only that, the one that's over closer to where I live, they were way overpriced anyway, so I'm okay with it. Alright, so like I said, I spent 16 years in the Army. Hey, train. What's up, Big Daddy? But I spent 15 months in Iraq and then 10 months in Afghanistan the first time I was there, and then I think it was like six months or something like that when I was in Afghanistan again. So I kind of got messed up. I started doing YouTube, and for those of you that care to know, I have another channel, and because of that channel, I'm still undecided what to name this channel. My nickname the whole time I was in the Army, everybody always called me DP. So as you can see, the name of the channel currently is DP Rides. The name of my other channel is Tormented Vet, which it's a reaction channel. I react to music and all, you know, other various different types of things. So if you want to go check that out, by all means, go check it out. But I've been undecided on whether or not I wanted to name this channel Tormented Vet or just leave it DP Rides. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really interested. Other than that, I think that's it for this video, man. I started doing this. I started doing YouTube to try to help me with my mental health problems, and I know a lot of people say that all the time. Oh, I started, you know, whatever. And I really did, and it's helped me a lot. It's helped me be able to, it's helped me be able to talk to the camera and be able to try to interact with the camera as if I'm actually talking to somebody. And it's helped me a lot with my depression, which tends to be, and some people, like, contradictory, because there's a lot of people that quit doing YouTube because of the negative comments and all this other stuff that people put on their, in the comment section and stuff. And it's like, hey, you know, I understand haters. I come from the military. You know, I got thicker skin than that. Ain't nobody gonna say something that's really gonna get under my skin to the point where I'm gonna react to it in the comments. I'm not gonna do it. If I don't like your comment, I'm just gonna delete it. It's that simple. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna play those games. It is, I mean, it is what it is. I try to be as respectful as I can to everybody that I come across in life. I do the same thing in the comment section. Every once in a while I'll engage in a bit of a debate on something that we just, you know, that can be discussed. But as soon as it becomes either toxic or disrespectful in any way, I'll end it right there. I don't promote any of that kind of behavior. So I hope y'all enjoy the content. I plan on giving y'all as much as I can. I intend on giving y'all tricks. I intend on giving y'all tips and stuff like that. Me being a mechanic, I intend on going through like bike maintenance stuff and so on, like all those sorts of things, in order excuse me, in order to you know, to build a community and to help those that are looking for, you know, some various how-tos on how you should do this and that, and how to check this and what to check before you ride every day, and so on and so forth. All of those sorts of things. And then just getting out in the community and helping people. I'm a veteran, obviously. I was a part of a veteran motorcycle club. Well, it was a veterans club, but we all ride motorcycles. I left it, but I'm going back. I'll explain that in a different video. But anyway, my intent with this and my other channel is to get them monetized. My other channel's already monetized, but is to make money from it so that I can use that money to help other veterans. That's my intent with it. So hopefully I can get the support from all of y'all so that I'm able to get myself in a position so I can start doing that. Now that's the goal of the veteran club that I'm going to be a part of. That's always been my goal. My other YouTube channel has reached hundreds of people, thousands of people, and has helped a ton of people with some of their social issues that they deal with on a daily basis and stuff. So by all means, get over there, go watch some of my content over there if you enjoy that kind of thing with the reactions and stuff. If you don't, that's fine, it's no big deal. But I hope I see y'all in the next one. Y'all take care and get out there and help somebody. Y'all be good and hit that sub button. I need all the help I can get. I gotta get this channel to 1,000 subs, so help me out. Love y'all. Y'all be good. We'll see y'all in the next one.